NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. And off we go from Las Vegas. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for circle round.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off the bootleg. Eason. Flushed out right. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do. Tough crowd.
Eason on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
36.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, It's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
He's brought down.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
On the play. And the Colts first down.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play. First and goal from just inside the 5. Eason. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. Draws a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mariota and the Raiders now come up first and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there. You might have a smaller back. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Mariota to throw it. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. But he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On third down, Mariota. Got his connection, complete to Rhodes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a 1,000-yard rusher is a rookie. It's Josh Jacobs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
28, Josh Jacobs.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Give the sack to ComboLg. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie us at 3-3. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Tackle made by Tanner Muse. A 3-yard pickup. And it's
the Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go for one personality. That's you, Charles Davis. To another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
On first down, it's Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Taylor Muse make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Eason to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
on play action. Mariota.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll let this go deep for runs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
2nd down. Here's Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A gain of 9.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Set to kick off.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 20.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing is Mariota. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
First and 10.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, Mariota. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Mariota to sneak it. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10. At their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a second and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun is Eason. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Jones on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver walk into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
15 yards on the play, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw is Mariota. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Again, it's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive. He's got a man complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Jonathan Taylor.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the 1st, but instead it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Eason out of his hands quickly to Pittman. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But it's 4th.
They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again into the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Eason to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
4-yard line.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines, offense on for 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Back near his goal line, Mariota. Incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. It across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true rush coming and he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Mariota. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. In all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right, and I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up on the Malik Hooker. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down here. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
O.J. Howard, incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one a victory.